Alrighty, guys. Good afternoon. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Gardendale Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Alright, we got a 10 console stream here. Okay, now a couple of things. First off, we're updating our server, so if you disconnect from the server, it's okay. It's going to come back. Alright, we're just going ahead, and what we're doing is we're updating our core server, so that way then it can handle the load better. Right now it's at 80%. I am not comfortable with 80% on the server. It's too much of a load, so I have to update it, and we're going to be going to a little bit more cores, some more memory, bigger hard drive and all that kind of good stuff, okay? We just updated the one button updater, okay? So now you shouldn't get the nag screen, okay? As long as you let it download the new CFBR updater, okay? This is a 10 console stream here, alright, and these are all RGH3 up and align servers, along with Purge for GTA 5. We got College Football Revamped, version 17.1, also along with the one button updater as well. BO2, MW3, Ghost, and Advanced Warfare off hosts, as well as Jiggy and Sentinel, which are GSC menus for BO2 zombies and multiplayer. Alright, now, we're going to start this off here with Miss Dawn Holly. Alright, now she purchased a console from us, okay, it's 250 gig, alright, RGH3 of course, and here it is sitting here, okay, also another thing too, alright, in the description you'll notice where I said you're going to get not only the video of this live stream, which is going to be uploaded to YouTube after it's done here, but also you're going to get a link to a video for the startup setup guide, okay, please watch that guide, watch that video fully. Alright, otherwise, if you don't watch it, and you just fire up the console, you're going to be sitting at the Xbox 360 logo. You're going to get a couple of reboots off of Aurora and everything else. You're going to wind up with a mess, okay? So please, watch that video, set it up in your local area network first, then go ahead and then play to your heart's content, okay? So anyway, alright, here we go. Dawn Holly, 250 gig drive, RGH3. We're going to fire it up, make sure everything runs. And I'm going to bring you over here. Okay. And it booted. Life is good. And you will notice now that this console will not get the nag screen, because we just finished updating the one button updater. Okay, so you're not going to get the nag screen on this thing where it says, oh, you got to update, even though it is updated already. Alright? Well, we fixed that because CFBR they have two different versions of the game, of the mod itself. You know, with the scoreboard bug and all this stuff and everything, and it's just ridiculous. Okay, they really need to get their stuff together here, okay, and stop that from happening. Okay, and put it in one file, not two. Okay, so anyway, alright. As you can see, we booted up. Welcome to Alliance, all this other happy nonsense. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead. Xbox 360, start off at the dashboard, work our way through. You got your Battlefields on here, your Call of Duty's on here. Alright, your Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, okay, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, the latest edition, of course, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, we're back to the dashboard. Now, of course, you have a full complement of Xbox Live on here as well, Live Arcade, all kinds of different games on there. You have your homebrew section where your tools reside, and then you have your classic games on here. You got a couple classic games. You got Halo 2 and Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for the emulation side. You got some indie games on there. And of course you have your emulators. You got FCE 360, which is a NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator, over 8,000 ROMs on there. Have a blast with that. Alright. And then we're going to bring this back over to the Xbox 360 section here. We're going to hit the dashboard, make sure she gets up and online and live and all that other happy nonsense, and which it did, of course. Got it. Good. Okay. Bypass the sign-in. As you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. And then over in our fifth tab are our off-host cheats, okay? You have Advanced Warfare BO2, Ghost, and Modern Warfare 3. Okay, now, of course, to disable A, enable A. Very simple, okay? We'll bring this back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. Now, also remember, okay, with XBLA, okay, and also with the classic games, you have to run the system in bypass mode in order to play them, okay? To play the full versions on XBLA and to play your classic original Xbox games. Okay, so bypass mode is explained in the startup setup video. You just power the console on, power it on, and then hit the eject button, leave the tray hanging out, It'll suck the tray back in, and then you'll be good to go. But just remember, you will not have access to Xbox Live, okay, while it is in bypass mode, okay? Now, a lot of people are playing these things offline, especially with college football revamped, so it isn't really going to matter, okay? You can play it online, offline, doesn't matter, and it's all happy, okay? So, Dawn, listen, thank you for your business. I really do appreciate it, okay? We're going to be shipping it off today, all right? You'll have it in 2 to 3 days, okay? You will have to sign for it, of course. You will receive a tracking number in your email, along with this video and the startup setup guide. Thank you so much for your business. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. All right, now, we're going to shut this one down here. Let's say goodbye to Dawn. Now, these other ones I have to do the updater on, okay, but I wanted to get these out. So, I'm going to do the updater after the screen. Okay, we got Julie Mcgowan. Okay, she's got a 320 gig drive. Okay, now this one here is 320 gig. All right, and Julie, this one is yours. Okay, slim model. You'll fire it up. Hopefully everything goes right. I'm going to sync up the controller here. Okay, you know how electronics are. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. The RGH3 chipless installation. Alright, and of course you're going to have a 1-year labor warranty on this thing as well. So if this thing decides to play the fool or something like that, just message me. Not a problem. I take care of my people. Alright, so anyway, as you can see, you're updated. Life is good. Yes, no, not now. Okay, like I said, I have to update all of these with the new updater because we just got it finished. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that for you guys before they ship out. Alright, so anyway. Okay, now, this one's 320 gig drive. Okay, now just to show you here, we'll go to File Manager, 293.3, that's 320 gig drive. Alright, so now, okay, here we go. Start off with the Xbox 360, work our way through. Alright, so we start off at the dashboard, and this one has a little bit bigger of a complement. As you can see, you have Borderlands on there, Bulletstorm, all your Call of Duties on there, so on and so forth. Call of Duty Black Ops, Gears of War 3, so on and so forth. Your Halo series, Mass Effect trilogy, Minecraft, of course, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped on there. Alright, and we're back to the dashboard. Now, go ahead, Xbox Live Arcade. So you got a ton of Live Arcade on there. You got a little bit more than the other one. Okay, and then of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And also you can add to this, okay, you can expand it with an external USB drive. And you can put your game folders on there and scan them in. You download your heart's content. And you could have, you know, up to, well, you've got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 ports on the on USB now. Of course, if you put a USB, you know, port extender on there, well, you know, with like 5 or so, you can put as many 2 terabyte drives as you want on there, so you can get the full complement of the entire Xbox catalog. Okay, but it all depends on how crazy you want to get. All right. So now, okay. Anyway, go to classic games here. All right. As you can see, you got 3 of them on here. You got Midnight Club 3, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and Halo 2. Alright, now, indie games, you got some indie games on there as well. You've got your emulators, of course, you got a full complement on there, okay, over 8,000 of them. Alright, and then of course, we're going to bring this back to Xbox 360, we'll make sure that she gets up on the dashboard, okay. Yep, and there we are, got it, good, okay, bypass the sign-in, and as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our HUD, and of course, over in our 5th tab, all of our cheats, okay? Our Advanced Warfare, BO2, Ghost, and Modern Warfare 3 to disable A, to enable A. If you want to give someone a bad day in a, you know, in a lobby, well, you can do it, okay? I'm going to bring this back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. Julie, thank you for your business. I really do appreciate it. Shipping you off today. You have a tracking number, signature confirmation, and all that stuff. It should be at your home within 2 to 3 days, all right? Thank you so much. Let's say goodbye to Julie here, all right? And, of course, we have Mitchell Cayley. Okay, he got a 250 gig drive on this one. All right, so I'm going to plug Mitchell in. And Mitchell, this one is yours. Another slim model. All right, we're going to fire it up. Make sure everything's good on it. All right. And, of course, with RGH3, it's kind of hard to be bad. Okay, you know what I mean? Either it works or it don't. There's a couple of Trinities out there that don't work with it. For some reason, well, I think it's the RAM, because some of these Trinities ship with EDR RAM. Okay, now normally Hynix or Sharp was the choice of memory, but they I don't know what they did, but they went to this company called EDR. I mean, I don't know, just like premature ejaculation or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, you know, Those ones seem to give you a slight problem with RGH3. Don't know why. It just does. Some of them will boot, some of them won't. Some of them you got to change the point where you solder it to. So I mean, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen of another. But that's just very few of them have that EDR ROM. But I ran across 3 that did the same thing, wouldn't boot with EDR RAM, and I had to change the point on it and everything, and then it booted. So it's just like, okay, that's a weird one. So hopefully Alexi is going to come out with a different megahertz file that should take care of that. All right, so anyway, okay, here we are. We're up, we're running. Okay, Mitchell, this one is yours. We're going to go ahead, Xbox 360, start off at the dashboard, work our way through, as you can see, all the game complement. Okay, your Gears, Halo, and of course NCAA Football 14, College Football revamped on it. We'll bring it back to the dashboard. Okay, we'll go to Xbox Live Arcade, and as you can see, full complement of Live Arcade on there. Your homebrew section where your tools reside. Your classic games on there. Your indie games, as well as your emulators, full complement, of course. Okay, so we'll bring this over. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure she gets up on the dashboard. Okay, let's see. Yeah, good. Okay, we're good. All right, and as you can see, it's up. It's online. It's live with a good KV. We'll go ahead. Hit the guide button. We'll go on over, and there's our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Go cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. So on and so forth. Okay, disable A, enable A. Pretty easy. Bring this back, Xbox Home, there you have it, okay? Now, also I'm going to tell you this too. Our one-button updater with this, okay, also works offline as well, okay? As long as you have it on your local area network and it has a connection to the network, it will go ahead and it will happily download, so you don't have to be on the server, just so you know, okay? So, there you go. So anyway, we're back here, all right? Life is grand. Everything is working perfectly. All right, and Mitchell, thank you for your business. Shipping it off today. You'll have it in 2 to 3 days. You'll have a signature confirmation and a tracking number in your email along with the 2 videos I'm going to send you. Okay, one of this and one of the startup setup video. All right, thank you so much for your business, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. All right, now, okay, we're far from through. All right, this one, Kyle Meeman. Kyle Meeman. Meeman. The Meeman man. Okay. Anyway, Kyle here. All right, brother. This one is yours. You got a shiny one. Okay. So, I'm going to fire this up here. Trinity model. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sync this controller up here. All right. Yep, there we go. And we're locked in. Good. As you can see, they all boot like a beast. Not going to have any problems at boot times or anything like that. No more hanging around waiting for the damn thing to boot. Thank God. Alright, now this is going to get into Aurora here, and we're going to go through this thing. It's going to have the same complement as the other one. Alright, 250 gigs, so on and so forth. There you go. Alright, so we're up into Aurora here. Life is grand. Alright, no, not now. Going to be doing that later, I promise. Okay, now. Alright, so, here we are. Xbox 360 dashboard, so on and so forth. Alright, we'll start off here. We'll work our way through, as you can see. Same complement. Life is grand. Everything's on there that you need. Ready to go. Alright, you have your Xbox Live Arcade. And you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And of course you have your classic games on there. And you have your indie games. As well as your emulators. Okay, and you got a full complement of emulators on there as well. Okay, now, I'm going to bring this back here. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure that she's up online. Alright, we're good. Okay. And, yes, this was a send-in, by the way. Okay, and so, you had your profile on there, so I just transferred it over. Okay, so there it is, you're good to go, okay? So you have your profile on there, okay, also. All right, so as you can see, she's up, she's online, and she's live. Life is good. Hitting the guide button, flying over, and of course you have your Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Go cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Enable, disable. Very easy. Bring that back. There you have it. All right. Thank you so much for your business. I really do appreciate it. And, in that way then you're all good to go. All right. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again. And you'll be having it in about 2 to 3 days. Okay. Now. All right. Now, what I'm going to do here is we have, let's see here now, we have Tyler Curtis. Okay, Tyler purchased a console off the website from us. This one here is a 120 gig. All right. You went with the small. I was like, okay. So, all right, Tyler, this one is yours. You got a shiny one. We'll fire it up. Okay. Another Trinity model. Go ahead, sync the controller. You can see, boot's fine. No problems. Life is grand. So on and so forth. All right, and I'm going to sync this controller up here. There we go. All right. We're moving through the list. Okay. I've got a few more to go. Alright. So anyway, we're up on Aurora. Okay. Life is grand. Now this is a 120. It's got a smaller complement on it. Okay. You're not stuck with it. Okay. But however though, you're not stuck with it. But however though, okay, you will. You can go ahead and you can, get an external USB drive, put it on there, download to your heart's content or whatever. Make a folder, scan it in, and you'll be good to go. All right. Whoops. Sorry about that. My freaking video went out once again, as usual. Oh, does that? Oh, gotta love that. You just send a signal right to the console. Hey, by the way, see you later. Bye. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna boot back up. We'll get into Aurora here. All right, we're gonna go through this here. Here we go. All right, now. All right. Here we are. Xbox 360. All right, now. Xbox 360 dashboard, okay? Now, we'll start off here, work our way through. As you can see, you got a smaller complement on there. Alright? And then you have your Xbox Live Arcade. Alright? Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have your emulators. You don't have a full complement because that can only fit so much on a 120 gig drive. Okay? And you got to leave some space for this thing to be able to update and do its thing. Because if you don't, you're going to wind up with a mess on your hands. Okay? And also, you have to have room for virtual drives because that's what it makes when it runs out of memory internally, okay? And anybody that says, no, you don't need that virtual drive, yeah, you do, okay? You don't know what you're talking about, okay? So, anyway, we'll bring this back here now. We'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's up and online. Yep, there she is, good, got it, good, okay? Bypass the sign-in, as you can see, up, online, and running, of course. We'll hit our guide button, and of course over in our 5th tab our cheats. Okay, disable A, enable A. Hover over any of them, they change. Okay, no problems. Bring this back. There you have it. Tyler, thank you for your business, man. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, shipping it off today. You'll have it in 2 to 3 days with a signature confirmation. Okay, and also a link to the video files that I talked about earlier. All right, so I'm going to shut this down here. Say goodbye to Tyler. Okay, and Mr. Nick Gilly. Okay, this one is a 250 gig drive. All right, now Nick, this one is yours. Okay, now, Nick, there you have it. Okay, so now, again, 250 gig drive, slim model, Trinity. Okay, I'm gonna fire it up, sync the controller. All right, and as you can see, it boots like a beast. Everything is good. We're going to boot up into Aurora, get some notifications from the server here. As I said, they should all run the same, every single one of them. Because there's no difference whether it's a Corona, a Trinity, or whatever. Doesn't make a bit of difference. So we're going to boot into Aurora now. There you go. Alright. And there we are. And I hit yes on that one. Okay. So now, here we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do here. Alright. Xbox 360. Start off here. As you can see, our Battlefield, Call of Duty's on here. Gears of War. Grand Theft Auto 5. College Football Revamped, of course. And, of course, back to the dashboard now. Xbox Live Arcade. You have a bunch of Live Arcade on there as well. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. You have your classic games on there. You have your indie games. And we have our emulators, okay, which is full complement. NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator. Alright, now we'll go ahead. Xbox 360. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure that she gets up on online and all that other happy nonsense, which it does. Bypass the sign-in. As you can see, there's no lag during the download process either of that file, okay, of the NCAA update or anything like that, as you can see. So, I mean, it works perfectly fine. My dev went really crazy on this thing to make sure that you weren't going to have lag or insanity or anything like that. Hit the guide button. Go on over. Okay, you have your Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very simple. Bring this back. There you have it. Alright, so Nick, listen, thank you for your business, man. I really do appreciate it, okay? You're going to have this in 2 to 3 days. Signature confirmation, all that. And remember, you got a 1-year part and 1-year labor warranty, which means it covers everything for 1 full year. So if anything should ever happen within that year's time, just message me. It's not a big deal, and I will be more than happy to handle it, okay? Like I said, it is mechanical, it is electronic. Things sometimes happen, you know, believe it or not, it does happen, okay? So, you know, anyway, just to let you know, like I said, they all come with a 1-year part and labor warranty, all of them. So, there you have it, okay? Well, thank you so much again. I greatly do appreciate it. We're going to say goodbye to Nick. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab hold of Devin Johnson. Okay, Devin went ahead. He purchased a console off the website from us. Devin, this one's a 320 gig drive, RGH3. And there you are. You got Slim Shady. Okay, so I'm going to fire it up. And yes, you have the multicolored freaking crazy ROL crazy thing, okay, that you wanted. All right, there you have it. All right, so now this thing's going to boot up here. I'm going to go ahead and sync this up here, sync the controller up. I did the colors that you wanted on the ROL, just like you wanted, by the way, okay? Just so you can see, we'll go ahead, and as you can see, there you go. All right, now, okay, as you can see, the system booted. Life is good. Okay, yes on that. All right, now, here we go. Okay, so now this one's 320 gig drive, a little bit bigger of a complement than the other ones. All right, so you got your Call of Duty on there, you got your Battlefields on there, you got your Borderlands, your Bulletstorm, all the Call of Duties that you could ever want, and then some. All right, you got your Gears of War series on there, your Grand Theft series, Halo series, Mass Effect trilogy, so on and so forth, and of course NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, okay, with the 1-button updater that you just saw, so on and so forth, and back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade, got a ton of Live Arcade on there. Then you've got your homebrew section where your tools reside, of course. And you have your classic games on there as well. You got 3 classic games on there. And then, of course, you have your indie games on there. And you have your emulators, okay? And you got to poke out and shut up, cat! I'm going to kick your ass, you little pussy, furry little... Yes, it's nice to have animals in the house. Yes, definitely. Okay? Gotta have them. Alright. So anyway, well, as you can see, NES Emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES Emulator. Okay, you got a ton on there. Alright, now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring this to Xbox 360 here. I'm going to check the dashboard, make sure everything's good. And got it. Good. Bypass the sign-in. As you can see, up and online and live. Our eyeball-pleasing HUD. And then again, of course, over in our 5th tab, our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring this back. There you have it. Thank you so much for your business there, Devin. I really do appreciate it. Shipping it off today. You'll have it in 2 to 3 days. Remember, you can have a signature confirmation and a tracking number that's going to be sent to you with your email, along with a video of this live stream and the startup setup video. Okay? Thank you so much again. I greatly do appreciate it. Okay, we're going to say goodbye to Devin. We've got 3 more we got to do here. Okay? So, bear with me here. All right. Rebecca Deason. Yes. Becca. Sweet girl. All right. Rebecca, this one is yours. Another slim model. Okay? Like you wanted. This one's 250 gig drive. All right. I'm going to fire that up. Okay. And as you can see, boots no problems. Life is grand. We'll sync the controller. And then we're going to go through this thing. So far, knock on wood, haven't had any network issues. It's just amazing. Okay. I'm going to go like, wow, somebody pinch me, please. Okay. Because normally, there's always got to be one in the crowd. Okay. We only got 2 more left up to this one, so life should be good. Hopefully, we'll see what happens anyway. So this thing's gonna boot up into Aurora, okay? And of course, we're gonna get our network login and all that other happy nonsense. Once it decides, yeah, here we go with Microsoft. Let's see what happens here. See, the green stuff is still going here. Oh, great. You just set the KV. I knew I forgot to do one of them like that. That's okay. That's what happens though when you put a new KV on. Okay, it'll set it. Now, of course, I have them where they, they're using the KV from the original console, of course, because all of these are virgin consoles. So, yes, I like virgins. Yeah, she finally, okay, now she's going to link up, and then she'll run into Aurora. I'm sorry about that. Just been, like I said, really, really super, super crazy busy lately, and it's been like friggin' nutty for me. And sometimes, every once in a while, I'll let something slip or whatever, and it's just like, shit, I forgot to do that. Okay, it does happen. Now, this thing should boot up into Aurora now, as soon as it finds its friggin' network or whatever. Okay, which after it sets the KV, sometimes it takes it a little bit. There's nothing I can do about that. There she goes, she locked up. Okay, now we should get to Aurora, and everything should be fine and dandy. Okay, should be anyway. Let's see what happens. There we go. Thank you so much. Okay. So now, yes, please, and thank you. Okay, we're good. All right, now, all right, let's get on to the nitty gritty. Okay, start up on your dashboard, work our way through. As you can see, all your Call of Duties on there, your Gears of War, so on and so forth. Your NCAA football, college football revamped. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, and back to the dashboard. Your Xbox Live Arcade, a ton of Live Arcade on there as well. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And you have your classic games on there. Okay, and we have our indie games, and of course we have our emulators, okay, which is a full complement of emulators on there as well. Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, okay, NES emulator, back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth, alright? Now, we'll go ahead, let's see if we can hit the dashboard without having a gigantic mess. Maybe? Oh, goody, okay, good. She's up, she's online, life is good, and there you have it, okay? So we're good to go. Now, hit the guide button. Bring it over to our 5th tab, and there's our Advanced Warfare cheats, BL2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Disable A, enable A, on all of them. There you go. Want to give someone a bad day, like I said, you can do that in the lobby, alright? So, Rebecca, thank you so much for your business. I really do appreciate it. Shipping it off today. It will be going out, and you will have it in 2 to 3 days with signature confirmation and a tracking number via USPS, along with a link to this video, as well as the startup setup video. Thank you so much. All right, now, okay. We're down to 2 more, guys. Okay, 2 more. Okay. This one's going to be Zachary Brewer. Okay, Zachary purchased the console off the website from us. All right, and we're going to plug this all in here. Okay, Zach, this one is yours, my friend. Okay, so we're going to fire this thing up here. All right. And hopefully we won't have any surprises or any insanity or anything like that. I can only hope. That's good. No surprises, no insanity. Okay? So now, I'm going to boot up. We'll boot up into Aurora. I'm going to go through this thing with you. This one's a 320 gig. Okay? So, a lot of people have been buying the 320 and 500 gigs. I've been, like, really impressed with that. I'm, like, going, like, wow. Okay. And then, of course, I have had a couple people that bought 1 and 2 terabyte ones, too. It's like, and then they want more. And I'm, like, going, like, bro, But you can happily get online, of course, and you can just do to your heart's content, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so now, okay, we'll go ahead, hit this here. Okay, as you can see, we start off with our dashboard. It's a little bigger than the 250 gig. You get your Borderlands, your Bulletstorm, all that kind of good stuff. Your Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, your Halo, your Mass Effect, and of course NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, with the 1 button updated that you just saw. And then of course, back to the dashboard. And we'll go ahead, Xbox Live. You got Xbox Live Arcade on here, got a ton of that. You got your homebrew section where your tools reside. And of course you have your classic games. And then you have your indie games. And then of course you have your emulators, okay? You got a full complement of them, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, NES emulator, back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth. Okay? Now, we'll go ahead, we'll hit the dashboard, go on up, and hopefully we will get online with no problems. This time now it's screwed up, of course. What else is new? I knew it was going to happen. Okay. Network settings. Let me just make sure that everything works here. That's the Xbox Live connection. What happens unless I forgot to swap out the KV, which is possible. Nope. Okay, good. All right, so Xbox Live is blocked and blah, blah, blah. Failed and blocked. Okay, so when that happens, okay, very, very easy to fix. Okay, what you have to do, all right, is this. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring back the Xbox Home. We're going to bring it back to Aurora. Now, in Dash Launcher, there's going to be 2 settings in there. And there's actually 3. You got XHTTP, you've got Xbox Live Block, and Live Strong. Okay? Now, when you go to the Homebrew section, you go into Dash Launch right here. Okay, now Dash Launch can fire up. Go to Network Settings. You see these 2 right here? They're green? No, not good. So, we hit that, and we disable that. Also, this one could also be green. That one there, if that's green like that one right there, what'll happen is it'll let you log into Live, but you won't be able to sign into your your account. So always make sure all of these are red. Okay, then hit RB, go to HED, X to save it, B to back out. Now it's going to restart the console, of course, and then what's going to happen is, as you can see, now we have an Alliance Live log. Okay, there you go, got it, good. Okay, which means now we should be up and online and live. So we're going to make sure. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Sometimes it takes it a second. That's just the way these things are. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I'm still getting the spinning circle of death. I hate that when it does that. I probably have to, when this happens, sometimes you got to shut the console down like I explained it in the startup video. You got to pull the power from the back, clear the DNS on it, and then once you do that, then it should work. Let's see here, yeah. Or we could try testing the connection again and see if that fixes it. So we'll do that there. Test Xbox Live connection. Let's see what happens here. Because we did get a login. So we're going to probably wind up having to change it down. We're going to probably wind up having to clear the DNS on it, which is pretty much, that's the norm. Once you do that, though, then it'll be fine. It's not a big deal, okay? So, Zach, don't worry about it. Ain't no big deal, okay? But we'll see. We'll see if we get a live connection here. Yeah, it's going to be a DNS error. So, we're going to go through this. Here we go. Wait. Come on. Just give me the frickin' DNS error. You gotta love this. And we're still going. Yeah, and of course, yeah. Unplug the router for 5 minutes, so on and so forth, okay? Now, we're gonna try this one time here. I'm gonna power it off, just so you can see. Come on, power off. There we go. I'm gonna power it back on. And let's see if that cleared it. Now, if that doesn't clear it, then that means then you have to pull the power from the back of the Xbox and clear the DNS on it. Okay, it happens. That's what you got to do, because the South Bridge is going to hold. It's going to hold its power for 5 minutes. So I mean, normally 2 minutes is good, but still leave it unplugged for 5 minutes just to make sure. Okay, and I mean, sometimes that happens. What are you going to do? All right, but we're going to try this out here and see if it makes it. All right, now, go ahead. Yes. And if you notice, you had a third option on there where it says I'm already up to date and all that. That's the new updater. So it updated the updater. Okay. It updated the updater. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to clear the DNS. There's no question about it. That's what happens. Okay, so, let's just bring it back here. And we'll try one more time. Alright, and we'll see what happens here. So let's try this one more time just to see. And if not, then yeah, it's going to have to be unplugged for 5 minutes. No, okay. So let's see if this works now. Now we'll go ahead, we'll bring this back. Welcome to the wonderful world of RGH. Sometimes it winds up being a real cutie. Alright, now we'll do this one more time here, just to see. Just for ha-ha's sake. Alright. Yeah, you son of a little mother. Oh, you're gonna love that. Okay. Now, we should get a placard up. Maybe. Okay, we'll go to the original dashboard here now. We'll fire that off. And let's see. Yep, of course. It's gonna have to be unplugged for 5 minutes. So, just to let you know, it ain't no big deal, okay? And I'll make sure that it gets online. Don't worry about that. Zach, though, listen, though, thank you so much for your business, man. I really do appreciate it. I'll get that taken care of for you. No problem, okay? Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to go ahead. All right. Shut this one down here. All right. One more. Here we go. There's always got to be one in the crowd. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. All right. Brandon White. 320 gig drive. Here we go. Okay? Now, as you can see, Brandon, this one's yours. Fire it up. Okay? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sync this controller up here. Here we go. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Don't play with me. I'll hurt you. 9 times. Make sure you're dead. All right. Now, we're going to boot up into Aurora here. We're going to go through this one here. Now, I hope, for God's sake, that Xbox Live is not having an issue now. Okay? Because they're known to have issues. Their issues have issues. Okay? Now, okay, as you can see, welcome to Alliance. We're good. All right. Yes, please, and thank you. Okay? Now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead. We'll bring this over. Xbox 360. Start up at the dashboard. As you can see, all kinds of crazy games on here. Okay, everything that you could ever want, and then some. And there's so much more that you can get on this thing. It's crazy. Alright, of course, you got your Xbox Live Arcade. Then you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Classic games on there. Your indie games. And, of course, your emulators, okay? And as you can see, you got your NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator, okay, so on and so forth, okay? Now, go ahead, and we'll hit the dashboard. Let's see what happens here, shall we, kids? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Huevos! Microsoft, I hate you! So anyway, you gotta love that, right? Ooh! Okay, so anyway, okay, as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live, okay, with a good KB. Hit the guide button. Flying over, there's our Advanced Warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Okay, to disable A, enable A, very simple. Bring this back home, Xbox home, and we're good to go. Alright, so Brandon, listen, thank you for your business, man. I really do appreciate it. Shipping it off, it'll be shipped off today. You'll have it in 2 to 3 business days, along with signature confirmation, along with a link to this video, as well as a link to the startup setup video. Thank you so much. Guys, thanks for hanging with me. I greatly do appreciate it. How you doing, Leonard? Good to see you, man. Like I said, I really do appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the business that you guys have given me. And, of course, the support throughout the years and everything. And we're going to be updating our server today. So we're going to, so if you have like 10 or 15 minutes of downtime or something like that, it's going to happen because we have to update it. And the only way to update it is to update it. And while it's updating, you can't have anybody connected to it. Okay, so just to let you know, if you lose live for just a few, it's no big deal. We're just updating our server to accommodate, all the consoles that I've been building. So anyway, you'll have a good one, guys. I'm going to holler at you all later. Thank you so much for watching, all right? Have a great day. God bless. And, yeah, I got a bunch more to build. I'll talk to you all later. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one.